Eric Haluzik with All Corners Home Inspections. This is the roof evaluation for this single-family new construction here in Albany, Oregon. As with all the videos in this report, we would request that you view this video as supplemental to the written version of the report to which this video has been attached. A couple of things bear mentioning prior to diving into this roof's conditions. First is that an Oregon home inspection does not include a roof warranty, meaning no matter how new this roof is, we're not going to make any claims as to the roof's ability to keep water out of the ceiling voids and attic spaces for the living space below. There are companies, typically insurance companies, that will offer you such insurance policies. Again, Oregon home inspectors are specifically forbidden by the Oregon Construction Contractors Board from making such claims. Second, and maybe more importantly, is that a well-inspected and a well-maintained roof and a roof that's been maintained and inspected at regular intervals over the lifespan of the roof is generally the roof that'll reach or exceed its useful service life. Got lots of areas of loose shingles. This is not an unusual characteristic or challenge to find on new construction, especially in new construction being built in the wintertime. So the way that we create a uniform membrane over the full coverage of this roof, or the full surface area of this roof, is by having these shingles adhere to each other. That adherence to one another over time occurs through the roofing material heat cycling, and at this point we're more than likely that this roof is not heat cycled sufficiently to allow for the shingles to adhere to each other. So we're able to find a multitude of shingles here at the left rear corner, or left facing rear portion of the roof line, and again we're finding the same condition at the front portion of the roof line along the right hand side as well. We're missing a cap or collar around the water here. There should be this fairly tall cap with louvers on the sides to allow the water heater to off-gas its CO and particulates without having an opportunity for rainfall to accumulate in that pipe. We have a short plumbing vent here. Short plumbing vents will allow for snow accumulation around and on top of the plumbing pipe. We'd recommend this vent pipe to be extended to about a foot above the plane of the roof line. Snow coverage will trap sewer gases inside the home and create hazardous conditions for the occupants. We have one area of exposed nail heads here at this short ridge line at the gable at the front of the roof line. I've got a total of 4 nail heads here that we'd recommend getting covered. There's a lot of redundancy for this roof, and having moisture penetrate through that area is pretty unlikely, but we'd still recommend getting those covered up. There is an area at the rear portion of this ridge that we'd recommend having seamed correctly. Generally speaking, we're expecting to see this shingle cut here and then folded together and then glued or tacked down somehow to create a roofing shingle which is not prone to lifting from wind. The other area where we're finding an accumulation or a concentration of relatively loose shingles is here along the far right-hand side of the roof line, extending from about 3 feet down from the ridge to about 24 feet down towards the gutter line. Again, this is just a recommendation for reevaluation of those particular areas over time. Eric Haluzik, All Corners Home Inspections.